header in. But again, they've been creative. Going forward, they've been very, very creative. But for Sac Republic, they have been more than creative going forward. They have been surgical with the opportunities they've taken. Kyle Edwards in particular, and Dominic Venner just top class here today.
Edwards leaves it into the path. Bonner turns the corner, and it's slid out by Colwell for a corner kick for Sac Republic.
Once again, those two players combining, and saying to Neil Collins, we should be starters regularly, coach. And I think Dominic Vonner, every chance he will be. Kyle Edwards has got a few others to battle with to get that starting role up front.
Next for Sac Republic, Phoenix Rising comes to town, one of the two teams in the West that don't have a win so far. Corner kick in, Gamez gets a right hand to get it away. Montero knocks it out. This game has followed the trend that we've seen so far in the Open Cup. Either tight games or games where team pulls away. Sacramento have done just that.
I think it might go back to our earlier discussion when we talked about, you mentioned that numbers. They hadn't scored before the 62nd minute. Sac Republic, and Neil Collins said, well, if you get an early goal, they've got to come at us. That's pretty much how it's gone. That early goal just forced 559 to attack a little bit, leave some spaces, which made them vulnerable. And true to what Neil Collins said, if you get the early goal, it really helps us, and it has. It has made this a lot easier than their previous round match where they had to go into extra time. And wow, what a battle that was, physically and in every sense, against El Farolito. 3 red cards at the end. One of those to Anthony Kay, as you mentioned, suspended for today's match. But that took a lot out of players, and you don't need that. You know, if you've got league matches coming up, this is the perfect, from Neil Collins' point of view, perfect game. Comfortable win, testing the players, get to rotate a few, give some youngsters a chance, try and save some legs for the upcoming USL Championship matches.
And to your point about the tight games that Sacramento have been in, if you look back over the last couple seasons, Sacramento's last 15 losses are all by just 1 goal. They haven't lost by multiple goals since September of 2024. They've been in so many close games. Those are the fine margins that Neil Collins was talking to us about, but also highlighting the fact that an early goal sometimes is exactly what they need. And Lee Desmond scoring in the 11th minute really kick-started things. You score twice in a 2-minute and 8-second span with Vonner and Edwards, and then Edwards adding another in the second half in the 64th minute to make it 4-0. Flag up for offside here. 10 more minutes to go. And Sacramento look like they're heading to a 3rd round match. Yet again, they've been to the round or 16 or further 4 times in their first 11 journeys.
And if you go back to last year, of course, they made the final of the Jaeger Cup. So, you know, and they finished 2nd in the league in the West. It's such a solid squad, obviously well run by an excellent manager. But every single position's good. They can score up front. They defend well. They've got the right, you know, players at the back who are tough, like Lee Desmond, who give you very little. And once again, I think there's every chance the Sac Republic team go all the way in the USL. I think they'll certainly finish top 4 in the West. They might have a good run in the Cups. And then, of course, when you get to playoffs, it's just the luck on the day. But they really do have, all the teams I've seen in the West, I think they have probably one of the most solid squads.
This ball over the top, well played. Edwards denied on the first chance. And he's called for a handball. Otherwise, he would have had a hat trick.
He's having a few words there with Foster Jago. Foster said he wanted the pass, and Kyle Edwards said I was about to score, and the two of them shouting at each other there, so a little bit of unhappiness within the team up front.
Kyle Edwards had 3 braces last year, did not have a hat trick. After he only scored 3 goals in 2024, bursted out for a dozen last year.
Substitution, Sacramento Republic.
Strasburg. He's calling for the foul there. Strasburg coming in to replace Vonner, so everybody is suited up for Sac Republic has played, with the exception of the backup keeper, Jacob Randolph.
Must be feeling quite left out. Any player doesn't need to have a shower after the game.
That never happened to you, right? As a backup keeper at any point, right?
Being left on the bench plenty times, especially at international level. Yeah. It's the thing about a goalkeeper, you're either in or you're out. It's a very strange position. That's why they think goalkeepers are strange people, which I'm sure you can justify.
I've witnessed it first.
Neil Collins will be happy. Luke Strasburg is 18, Blake Willie's 18, Jackson Montero is 18, Chippy Okabu's 19, Aaron Nacell's 20. So he's got half the team there are all youngsters, just getting an experience of the big time here tonight.
Talked to coaches about the Open Cup over the years, and as much as they've talked about, it's a great opportunity for a club to advance. It's a great opportunity for these players to get more minutes. The overarching theme has consistently been, when you have younger players, when you have players that don't necessarily play as frequently, this is a great opportunity to get them experience in high-value games. That's exactly what we're seeing here from Sacramento, trying to see this one through to the finish line. Maybe one of these youngsters will make a key play down the stretch. Montero. That's why he's with Sac Republic. Loops this over the top. Edwards chases. Yamez steps in front of Ajago. I have 4 teenagers on the field right now for Sac Republic, and then you have Aaron Essel that is 20. Half the roster. Young men that have very bright futures ahead of them. Rivas commits the foul. Gonzalez shoots Montero out of his boots. From Strasburg. And he's whistled for the foul.
A little bit of cramp there. I would have expected a lot more of that. Again, to make the point, their season hasn't started. They're not super fit yet. And yet they're still running. They're still attacking Sac Republic. Yes, there's been a few substitutions, but I thought a lot more would be cramping up by now.
Season starts in 12 days. We'll get after it in the UPSL season. Edwards, you could hear the cleats clank. Amarikwa. Sacramento have done this to plenty of USL championship teams over the years defensively. It looks like your attack is firing on all cylinders. You might get a chance or two, but they can clean things up on the fly.
Go back to Neil Collins' teams at Tampa Bay Rowdies. They were built on that same principle. Really, really good defenses. Go on, Danny Vitiello. Really good defenses gave you very little quality midfield and strikers who could score. So obviously every quality midfield and strikers who could score. So obviously every coach is trying to create that, but Neil Collins did it at Tampa Bay and he's done it here.
Edwards out-muscles the first man, throws it across. Gamez gets the piece. Late arriving run. Rivas misses the targets.
Chance for Sergio Rivas. Maybe thought he was about to be tackled, but from there I just felt he had the ability to hit the target.
Wide open. Amarikwa runs into Kleeman, who covers his spot extremely well, coming on in the second half. Montero hits it aside. Martinez. Good maneuver. This shot attempt, though, right at Vitiello. You can just see the quality. There's no shaking those cleats.
There hasn't been that one little bit of extra quality to get them over the line, Valley 559, but they've had some really good looks at goal, and they've shown some great quality and fantastic skills as they are now. It's been an impressive. It doesn't look it when you look at the scoreline, but when you actually watch the entire game, you have to say well done to Valley 559. It has been a very solid performance, and to be fair, Sac Republic have picked them off with some excellent goals. The header from Lee Desmond was good. The Vonner goal was just top class. Carl Edwards as well. So they've been picked off by some classy goals here tonight.
Narrowly missed a couple in their own rights. Trying to salvage something out of this and break the shutout. Vitiello reaches to the sky with two defenders nearby. And might have taken a shoulder to the sternum.
Tonight's match was sold out. Thank you to each and every one of you. On behalf of Valley FC, we thank you for being a part of this historic match.
Just hearing in the background
Thank
there,
you
it's
for
sold
all your
out there.
support tonight. Thank you.
He said there was 50 seats left for sale before the start
Oh, yeah.
of the game. Well, they turned up. There they are, in the rain, with the music and the vibe going, even when they're 4-0 down. So great atmosphere. Well done to them all.
This does show the strength and the prosperity that you see in the smaller cities of the United States for this sport. It's a World Cup year to be hosted in this country. It's going to be packed houses around the United States at massive facilities, but these smaller areas showcasing what they're all about, and fans with a thirst and a desire to watch these teams. And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. And Valley 559 FC will try to build from the momentum of the Open Cup into the UPSL season. Although I wouldn't have to want to be the person that has to clean that up.
By the way, Quincy Amarikwa, 38 years of age, has lasted this entire match. The yellow card is handed out to Sac Republic bench. I just thought, you know, of all the players, that he might be the one to come off and going back again for another yellow card.
Neil Collins is going to get that one.
He complained about the one given to his coaching staff, and he got one.
2 yellow cards issued to the
Back to
Sacramento
Amarikwa,
Republic.
you know, 38, chances are you get pulled off, but he hasn't. He's stayed on and he's battled on, and he might be feeling it tomorrow morning. But he's put in a real shift here today.
Is there one more? Edwards going for a hat trick. Just loses it. That might have been his last chance for his first hat trick as a member of a USL team. Valley looking for one more crack at it. Can't get it over the top of the defender.
Is he going back to the bench, the referee?
It looked like the fourth official was making a statement, and I wonder if...
Just wondering why Sac Republic bench need to get involved, because they're 4-0 up away from home.
Well, I wonder if the yellow card was given to Essel, it would have been a second yellow. When before Neil Collins got the yellow, so I guess they'll have to tidy that up after the fact, but he's still out there for now.
Please, nobody got a second yellow. There's no red cards. It's all going to end in a moment or two with a good victory for Sac Republic. And a performance that Valley 559 can be proud of.
Well, the ball ends in the paws of Vitiello. Full-time whistle blows, and the USL Championship's all-time leader in shutouts pitches one tonight as Sac Republic wins 4-0, and they advance to the round of 32 for an 11th consecutive time. Impressive showing by a team that needed to score early.
They did score early. Kyle Edwards had an excellent evening. Dominic Vanna also really good. Now these two had an argument during the match. Now they're trying to sort it out on the pitch there. Forster Jago and Kyle Edwards. But yeah, some really good performances. Lee Desmond as well with his